Hello and welcome to a Journey Sports media production of the National Baseball League here in the UK. We are at Finsbury Park. We have the Herts Falcons at the London Capitals. We're delighted to have you all here today. The game time has been slightly bit delayed just because of the previous game beforehand, so we'll get to that game shortly. But before that, we have an interview with the Hearts manager, Chris, that we want to show you first. So here's what we did earlier. Be speaking here with Chris Hitch, the manager of the Hearts Falcons, before our doubleheader today. Chris, how are you doing?
Very good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. We're here trying to basically show the world British baseball. First, I'd love if you could give a little introduction to Hearts baseball.
Yeah, well, Hearts Baseball has been one of the biggest clubs in the country, alongside the Mets organization. And as a Hearts Falcons, myself, I've been here 12 years, either being a player now or being a coach player.
And how has this kind of like first season like in the NBL like been for you guys? Obviously, like there's been massive efforts in trying to improve what Hearts baseball can actually do for the club and the community around it. So how have you kind of like felt for this first season in the NBL?
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite great from one organizational point of view in the sense of establishing the team. We have a lot of young GB players, so that is good. So we have the foundations for hopefully a growth and competing for the championship. Unfortunately, on the field, we have not done as well as we hoped for, but I think we have seen a massive improvement throughout the year.
Yeah, no, that's great to see. I think anything that can be done to improve baseball's position within the United Kingdom, I love to see the work that you guys have been doing to kind of get people down as fans to actually kind of get this, to see what's actually going on. Obviously, not been the best season for the club as a whole. It's been a pretty good season for you with the bat. Yeah, you've had a good one with the bat. Tell us, like, how yourself, like, how do you continue to kind of perform after, say, like 12, 13 years of like baseball? What's your regime?
I'm glad that you have done some homework on my performance. Well, I mean, I'm a veteran of the game, and I try to keep myself ready. I have a little net at home, so I can do just tee work. But it does help, and hopefully, getting in shape, running a little bit. That's all I can do. But I'm trying to my best. It's hard, especially with a team like the Caps. They have very good players, very good pitchers nowadays too, so they have improved quite a lot, and so it's always difficult. But I think it's just dedication, be there every weekend, every practice, and trying to do our best. So yeah, that's
cool. Thank you very much, Chris. Best of luck today. Have a good one.
Thank you.
And yeah, so there you had the delightful discussion we had with Chris beforehand. Hearts Baseball are doing some really interesting things this year with the ticketing and actually getting an idea of how much people want to watch baseball here in the United Kingdom. Obviously, here down at Finsbury Park with the London Mets, there's a lot of baseball teams. We get people to come down and watch games as well. It's really interesting to see how much this can become a viewing sport in the United Kingdom as well as a playing one. Up next, we will be speaking here with Chris Hitch, the manager of the Hearts Falcons. I am delighted by the London Mets club, so let's roll with that. You can listen to me and Cole. I am delighted to be joined by Cole Ryan, who is one of the co-managers of the London Capitals. How are you doing today, Cole?
Doing well, feeling good about today.
Yeah, so we're obviously here down to see a couple of NBL games. Would you like to give us a little bit of info around the London Capitals and how you guys came to be and how far you've been doing so far?
Yeah, sure. So we were originally in the AAA Metros. Back in 2016, we moved up to NBL and have been succeeding pretty well in that for the last couple of years, representing the club and the country in CEBs for the last 3 years after COVID and everything. This year, we're sitting sort of middle of the table. We're secured third place, so today is really about getting ready, getting the reps in, and getting ready for playoffs.
Yeah, so playoff baseball is what you guys want to do when you go, like, who do you think is going to show us some highlight plays today? Who you want to nominate as, like, on the bat to have a look at today?
I'd have a look at Leo Cedeno Petonia. He's coming back from injury right now, swinging a hot bat at the minute. Have a look at Julio. He's going to be swinging well as always. But have a look for guys like Pete Weidman. Went 3 for 4 last weekend from the 9-hole, producing a lot from the bottom half of the lineup.
Awesome. Cole, just one of the things, like, you've played baseball for a long time. How do you kind of like stay in shape for baseball? What's like your regime to kind of continue to go like well into a long career?
It's about pacing yourself, right? Like, this is a marathon, not a sprint. A season is a long set of games over the year. You got to come down to training, take care of your body, make sure that you stretch it out, and take care of yourself.
Cool. Thank you very much, Cole. All the best for your game today. Yeah, and that was my back to me, and that was my chat with Cole. We're still a few minutes away from playoff here, kickoff, start off, whatever we call it. First pitch, dear Lord, how did I forget that? We're still a few minutes away, just the field's getting finally prepared. We'll go. You can see obviously myself and Gabby here, who has worked tirelessly to get this whole stream set up. We also have our man Bruno on the cam out in the field. When the game starts to go, you'll switch to his cam and see him as well. So we're going to switch over to Bruno's cam right now, and you'll see some warm-up pitches. You'll hear from us shortly, just before game time. Stay tuned. So as you can see, we have the bullpen shot live of our two starters for today, warming up for the London Capitals. It is Masa Hashiguchi. He will be the starting pitcher, and for the London Capitals, we have Clayton. Yep. While these guys are warming up, we'll go through the lineup cards as we've been given for today. For the London Capitals, batting first, we have Will Zucker playing centre field. Then we have Wilson playing left field, Figueroa at third base, Deering at first, Leideno at catcher. We have Villanova DHing, Shepard playing short, Bedard playing second, and Federico Alberti, the man who spends £4,000 a year in the London Finsbury pub, where we all go to as London Mets. He'll be batting ninth, playing in right field. We also have Cole Ryan, Louis Wampa, and Pete Wiedemann on the bench. So that is your London Capitals for today. The Herts Falcons lineup. Leading off, we have Lawler playing shortstop. Then we have Hitch, Chris, who we spoke to earlier on, playing centre field. Warrington playing first. Clark catching. Tyler Coate in right field. We have Moram at second base. Moram at shortstop. We have Shinkawa at second. Barrett in left field, and the pitcher Clayton in first. They also have one substitution, Deacon, for today. We'll be back to you shortly when the game starts. So hello and welcome to a Journey Sports Media production. We are here at Finsbury Park to watch the London Capitals versus Herts Falcons. As you can see now, we're just having the plate conference with the managers and the umpires. We will be underway shortly here. I would just briefly like to introduce myself. My name is Russell Easom. I go by he, him. I have to my left in the booth Gabby Martinez, she, her. Done all of the wonderful setup that we have in here. Get ready, that stream that you can all see. You're going to have we've got 4 different cameras going. What it does, but 3 on the field, so you go look at that. You'll see 2 from the center field, 1 looking down behind the pitcher's shoulder, 1 looking more towards first base. And we also got our man in the field, Bruno Fortes. He's got that camera on that field that if you get that nice little tight angle in now, you can see on that plate. He's going to be that moving angle that you're going to see as we go today. Obviously, this is the second time that we've done anything like this, so there might be some technical difficulties, so please hold with us. If you are experiencing issues, please put it in the chat so we can work out if anything is going wrong, but otherwise, please enjoy yourself today. Please comment if you have anything that you want to tell us about what's going on. We'll try and keep you up and as informed as everything that's going on in front of us, but otherwise, let's just enjoy baseball, boys and girls. First pitch will be with you shortly. So the Capitals have taken the field of play as the home team for today. On the mound, as I discussed earlier, we have Masa Hashiguchi. He leads the league so far with 8 wins. He has an ERA of 3.71. He's pitched 62.1 innings so far. Masa is the king in this division of strikeouts to walks. He has 63 strikeouts and just 12 walks. But Masa does give up solid contact. He's a very strike-heavy pitcher. He sits in the mid-80s. You'll see him throwing fastballs, cutters, sliders, and curves today. He is a phenomenal pitcher, a man who knows his body very well, but he does give up a bit of that hard contact, so that's what the Falcons are going to be looking for today. I would have expect a very quick, low pitch count from Masa. He is, as I say, he's very much in the zone, so we'll see how that goes. Look forward to these brilliant pitches. So as Masa finishes his warm-ups and the rest of the team does their stuff, just so some of you are aware, we do have a festival going on behind us at Finsbury Park, so you may be hearing some of the dulcet tones of that going on, but hopefully it won't affect the audio too much. We have a bike down pitch side as well, so you can hear some of the sounds of the ball striking the bat and the ball hitting the glove. Also, please do be aware that that is close to some of the benches, so we can't control what language you may hear from that area. But yep, as we are, here we are ready for first pitch. The batter steps up. Strike. Lovely pitch there by Massa. Low at the knees for strike one. And that's a ball low and away. Did not get the batter to chase. Batter steps up again. Remember, no pitch clock here in the UK, so there's a little bit of time between some of those pitches. Ooh, little pitch just on the outside there. Thought that was a very nice testing little pitch. Good pitch, good recognition there from the batter not to swing at that one. I must have miscorrected on the previous pitch. It must have been called a strike, so that's a lovely punch out there for Massa. And we now have second batter up. Massa here to pitch. Some solid contact there, but late. Yep, that ball has made its way out of the park. Just not the way you think a ball makes it the way out of the park in baseball. Out of Finsbury Park. We'll have to go worry and see, fetch that ball back. Balls cost a lot of money. Another strikeout there from Massa. As I said before, the man loves to pitch it in the zone. Great stuff there. We'll see if any of these Herts lads can make some better contact. Obviously, there was a good late swing on the one there with solid contact, but it took a couple of those pitches and he's down. Can he strike out the side? Have Warrington up to bat, first pitch. He's swinging, grounder to short. Throw is in time. Little jump there by the first baseman to make it, tag the bag and the player just to make sure, but that was called out. So the Herts Falcons go 1-2-3. A very economical inning there from Massa and the Capitals. As the Herts players take the field, we'll be back to you shortly for the bottom of the first. 0-0.
Look good. That wasn't a fastball, it was.
So welcome back to the bottom of the first. We now have Will Clayton warming up for the Herts Falcons. Will has appeared in 12 games so far this season with 9 starts. He has pitched 40.1 innings, has an ERA of 9.2. He has the slightly unlucky idea of a 0-7 record as a pitcher this season so far. Let's see how he'll do today. He's had 30 strikeouts and 40 walks, so he definitely gets the ball in there and tries to get bat and ball. So we'll see how this will go for the Capitals. Both the Capitals and Herts are, hitting-wise, are just slightly below the league average, sitting around a kind of like 90% on OPS plus. So, but they both have individual players who are very good. Coming up to bat first for the Capitals is Will Zucker. Will has a rather amazing record so far this season going for the league. He only has a 214 batting average, but because he has a 35% walk rate, his OBP is above 500. So Will is your beautiful typical leadoff man who's going to get you on base. So let's see how it goes here. I'm envisioning that this is going to be, I'm going to say it's going to be a walk. I think Will's going to let the pitcher work out what he's going to do, and we'll see how that goes. So here we are. First pitch from Will. He takes a strike. We do have a bit of Will on Will action here. It's Will Clayton, the pitcher, and Will Zucker, the batter. Pitch 2, it's outside. Pitch 3 is inside. See how we go here now. Zucker is in a 2-1 count. Let's see what the pitcher does here. Does he try and test that zone? Once again, a little bit outside. Not going to get Will Zucker to swing at that. Not with his walk rate. Count is now 3-1. He takes the next pitch for a strike. So we are now at full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Will I be right with my first prediction of the day? Ooh, fouls it off. Great battle to start this game off. 7th pitch of the at-bat, full count. Ball is high and inside. Will takes his walk to first base. I was right. First prediction right of the day. I might have to stop there and not predict anything else. Up next is Reese Wilson. Reese has been struggling with the bat a little bit of this year. He's only got a 200 average, but a .37 OBP puts him in a much nicer territory. Another man who does very well with the eye. Picked off? Nope. Nice and safe. Obviously, as we've discussed, Will does walk quite a lot. As an individual, he has a few stolen bases. On base. Sorry there, as you see, we had a ball and with Will stealing second. Done great things there as the starting batter, getting the walk and then stealing second. Taking that pitch there for a strike. Count is 2-1. Big swing and a miss there on that one. Will Clayton now looking to get the first out of the game if he can. Count is 2-2. Big ball outside. That's going to make its way all to the way to the fence, and the runner will advance on the wild pitch. Will Zucker is now out third, meaning if Reese can put this ball into play, we could see the Capitals take the lead. Reese is now sat on a full count. Let's see what's going to happen here. Is he going to be chasing anything, or is he just going to be looking for that one pitch? Strikes him out. Lovely little off-speed pitch, pulling him a little bit outside of the zone there. 1 down. Next batter is up. We have a lefty in Julio, one of the better hitters, if not the best hitter in this Capitals lineup. Julio has a frankly astonishing 1.1 OPS for this season. He has hit a couple of home runs, but he's just a batting average in the 430s. But that's a weak little chopper to the pitcher, and that's recorded the second out. Not quite what the Capitals will have wanted there. There we go, take the first pitch there. Capitals now with 2 outs, but that runner on third really going to looking to try and get the ball in play here. Ian Deering is the batter now. Ian is another one of the better hitters for this Capital lineup. The Capitals once again are very solid with their walks. Make the pitchers earn those outs. Late swing there, in which he is fouled off. Count at 1-1. Grounder. Looks like it's going to get to second. He fields it cleanly. It's safe. The umpire called that he came off the bag, so the runner scores. It'll be interesting to see what the scorer rules that one as. I feel as the throw did pull the first baseman off the bag. This could go down as an error, although it was a very close play. We'll see. But the Capitals take the lead, 1-0. First pitch there, in for a ball. Strike there to Leo Cedeno, the catcher. Yeah, swing and a miss there. Officially so far, that was scored as a hit. We are at 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a big swing and a miss. All looks like it was a foul tip, but taken by the catcher. That is the end of the first. The Capitals lead 1-0. We'll be back with you shortly.
Up. Up. Dylan. Dylan.
And we're just back here for the top of the second inning. The Capitals lead 1-0. Will the runner back to his position in centre field? After the Herts Falcons went 1-2-3 in the first inning, up to base now is the catcher Phil Clark, a lefty. To strike for the first pitch. Phil has been batting well this season for Falcons. He especially has got some solid power with 4 home runs so far this season. Really, really nice isolated power. 1200 OPS sets him as one of the best players in the division this year for hitting. That's 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouls the next one off for strike 2. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4th pitch. And he makes contact, but it's foul. Stays alive. Still 1-2. Just miscommunication there between the Caps catcher and pitcher. Maybe if PitchCom was introduced here in the United Kingdom, we would not have these delays between pitches. I think most of us can agree that the pitch clock in the United States has very much improved the pace of play. But here we go. Here comes pitch 5. Low and inside, called for a strike. Much to the chagrin of the batter. Looked like a lovely pitch right there on the knees on the inside.
Yeah, no, it was not
Next batter up is Tyler Cote. Tyler is batting up today, usually a member of one of the Herts AAA teams. He is playing for the NBL team today. According to our stats, it is his first appearance for them this season. We'll see how he does. Lovely, another pitch there by Massa, low and on the knees. Looks like the umpire is going to be giving him those strikes today. Looks like 1 ball and 2 strikes. Makes contact, fouled away. Sorry, it is 2 and 2, not 1 and 2. Here comes the 5th pitch. Oh. Very late swing on there. Looks like that off-speed pitch was going to come back into the zone. Tyler made a very late decision to pull the trigger on that one, but he stayed alive. Count is still 2 and 2. Oh, and another delayed swing, and he's managed to bloop that into the outfield. I think that's an unlucky one there for the pitcher, but also a great piece of batting to get on that off-speed pitch that looked well out of the zone, but he just checked his swing and got enough bat on it to get it out of the infield. So the Falcons pick up their first base runner of the day here in the second with 1 out. Let's see how they can progress this man across. At bat now for Falcons, we have Tez Shinkawa. Not the greatest batting average, but he does have a good on-base percentage, with his batting average being sat at 182, but his OBP at 438. That is, his OBP gets him well above league average, even given that rather dour batting average. Tez once again though is showing a bit of pop on his stats. That's just a pick off there. Back to first, who's safe. He does have a home run to his name so far this season, which makes his isolated power look very nice if he does actually make contact. We'll see how he does in this AB. Takes the ball for the first strike there. Count is 1 and 1. Takes a strike, sorry. Lovely pitch. Strike 3. Beautiful stuff. 2 outs there. Now up to bat for Herts is Michael Barrett. Michael has only played a couple of games for this NBL team so far this season. He is yet to get a hit so far this season. He does have a walk, so we'll see how he does. The count is 1 and 1. Another pick off, but Coat is back easily. That's just making sure that the runner doesn't try and advance, so this last, with 2 outs, they can get a score that run. Lovely fastball there. Takes the count to 2-2. The runner, and he swings. He's out, held actually by the catcher there. Beautiful off-speed pitch there by Massa to retire the third, but out. Although the Falcons, they leave 1 man on there after 1 hit. We'll see you in the bottom of the second. And the batter comes up now for the bottom of the second, with the Capitals leading by 1 run to nothing. This is the first of 2 games here today. It is a now lovely sunny day, but there is some potential for a little bit of overcast weather at some points. You can see that the wind is quite strong. So if we do see some balls in the air today, could be in for some interesting times for those defensive players. That first pitch was a big swing there by Johan Villanueva. Second pitch taken for a ball. Johan is one of the better power hitters here in the Capitals lineup. We'll see what he can do to start to lead this innings. Big swing, high pop-up, going out of the field of play, even if the player makes it, which he does, but it is a dead ball. Ball outside. Count is 2-2. Another big swing there by Villanueva, but it is a foul. Count is 2-2. maybe it wasn't. Maybe the count was 3-2. He's taken ball. Apologies for that. So many things to get us distracted here. Not alone the beautiful game of baseball we have in front of us, but the festival that is going on in Finsbury Park right now. Hopefully you may not be hearing too much of the slight dance music that is playing in our background. Beautiful steal there from Johan. Gordon Shepherd is now up to bat for the Capitals. He has been out injured for a reasonable part of the season. We'll see how he comes back and performs today. Ball outside to the fence, and the runner will advance. Per se, that came off the catcher's glove, so I'm going to say that would be a pass ball, but we'll see. So grounder into play, taken first, thrown home, but it is completely and utterly overshot. He managed not to get the runner, so that's a fielder's choice. And Gordon reaches first safely. With that run in, the Capitals take a 2-0 lead. Just so our viewers are aware today, because this is a double-header in the UK, these are 7-inning games. But we do have the mercy rules as well. So if we get to a side is 10 runs to the good after 5 innings has been completed, then they shall win the game via mercy. Up to now bat is Federico Albertitelli. Ooh. Lovely pitch there, swung and a miss. We'll see how the Capitals will continue to do in this game. They've managed to manufacture their runs quite well. Walks, stolen bases, advancing on passed balls and wild pitches. Let's see what Gordon Shepherd can do. I apologise, it is David Bedard up to bat. Federico is the next man up. And he goes down swinging. So that is 1 out. Hits the ball to third, who struggles to come up with it cleanly. And the runners are both safe. Difficult play coming in there for the third baseman there. Would have had to pick it up clean and have a solid throw to stand a chance at the runner, who is quite fast. We are now back to the top of the order for the London Capitals. Will Zucker, who walked and got a run in the first, is in a slightly different scenario now. Can he drive these runners in? A solid base hit, and the Capitals could extend their lead further. Aggressive first swing there. We'll see what he'll do for the second pitch. Takes the second one for a called strike. Count is now 0-2. See how aggressive the base runners are here to try and avoid a potential double play. Ball is outside, and they're going. Yep. Probably another wild pitch there in the dirt. The runners advance, taking away the possibility of the double play ball. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Will hits one there, he's got it deep, and it is a fair ball. A stand-up double there for Will Zucker, driving in 1 run, moving the other man over to third. The Capitals increase their lead to 3-0. Looks like a very close ball to being fair or foul there, but it just landed in the field of play, making it a hard effort for the right fielder to get out there to the ball and get it back in. Quick little visit there from the catcher and the third baseman to the pitcher, Will Clayton. Now up to bat is Reese Wilson. Reese struck out swinging in the first. We'll see how he'll do this time up. Lines it, but foul. Good solid contact there by Reese, but a little bit late on the swing and just did not stay in the field of play. Count is 1-1. Our umpires today are, the home plate umpire is Darren Muller, and the first base umpire, or the field umpire, is Mike Shepard. As always, we are very much appreciative of all the effort that is done by the British baseball umpires to keep this game going in this country. The count is now 3-1. See, pitcher has that base open, which if he did fill up could bring back the double play possibility, but he probably wants to get the strike. Oh, it is a ball 4. The bases are loaded for the Capitals. 1 out. As I said earlier in the game, up now Julio Cesar Figueroa Almonte. Has a 429 average for the season going in today, with a 600 slugging, which leaves him with that glorious 1,100 OPS. Obviously, he grounded out in the first, and that first strike is against him now. He's one of the men that definitely the Capitals would want to have in this moment to drive in these runners. Nice little pitch there, just a little bit high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing there, and it is out there. Big advancing from the runners there. Great advancement. He drives in 2 runners. The throw from left field tries to go to third to get the runner who is advancing from first, but throws it clean over third base, allowing that runner easily to take third, and Julio to advance to second on the throw. 2 runs in. Capitals now lead 5-0. Now up to bat with a runners in scoring position is Daring again. He singled in the first, which drove in Sucker for the first run of the game. Let's see how he can do now. Can he get another hit to drive in more runners? Fouls that ball off. 1-1. Takes another ball low and inside there. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 2 strikes. Big pitch here. Makes contact, but once again is foul down the first base side. Rather emphatic check swing there. I don't know if the 2 of us in the booth here may have said that he checked there, but the count is now full. And that's outside for ball 4, which has loaded the bases. As you may very well have heard Cole Ryan of the Capitals talking about this season, we are towards the end of our season and close to playoff territory. The London Mets and the Essex Arrows, as well as London Capitals, have all already sealed their place in the playoff scenarios. There's one more place to go, which the Sheffield Bruins, Herts Falcons, and the East London Latin Boys all still stand a chance of getting. So this game really matters for the Herts team to see if they can get to that postseason. Ball outside. And that ball lands. Another little soft blooper there, which drives in another run.
Yes.
So the Capitals now take a 6-0 lead there. And just things aren't quite going the Falcons' way today. Just a few balls landing between the ranging second baseman going back and the right fielder coming forward. Bases are now still loaded with just the 1 out. So far this season, the Capitals have beaten the Falcons 3 out of their 3 games so far, and the 2 games they have today are the last 2 that they will play against each other. So the Capitals may be looking to try and go for the season sweep. Big swing there from Johan Villanueva. Takes one low there for 2 balls, 1 strike. As you also, if you heard us earlier on talking to the managers, Cole did mention that there are 2 European spots available for the teams in this country. The London Mets, by winning the league pennant, are already guaranteed to have one of those spots. The team that makes the finals will get the other. So this has been the London Capitals for the last few seasons. It's been a Mets Caps final, and they will look to try and do that again, even though they'll have tough competition from the Essex Arrows this time around. Count is 2-2. Big swing, big strike out there for the Falcons. Gets them 2 down. Now we'll see what happened here. Earlier on in this inning, Gordon Shepherd reached on a fielder's choice. Let's see how he will do the second time up now with the bases loaded. He took that first pitch for a strike. Ball in the dirt. Nicely picked up by the catcher there. They don't want any pass balls here to give another run for the London Capitals. That's in play, but it's straight to the shortstop, but it bobbles over him, and that is another run in. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have played baseball in the United Kingdom, you may know that our fields are not as clean and precise as you may see in Major League Baseball or even in many other countries. On these fine fields that we have at Finsbury Park, there is something known as the Finsbury Hop, which does the best of us at times. But yes, we feel the shortstop should have been able to pick that one up there and get the out. But instead, we move on to the next batter, David Bedard, who struck out swinging earlier on in this inning. Can he do better this time around and drive in more runs for the Capitals as they now lead 7-0? Ball in the dirt, but the runners are not looking to advance. And that's into play, and it is past the right fielder, down the line. That looks like it may clear the bases. No, the runner who was on first is holding at third. That is a 2-run double there for David Bedard. A lovely line drive right down the first base line. This poor right fielder has been pulled in all directions, but has not really had a chance of making an out on a play so far. Takes the lead to 9-0? Question mark? And with that, it looks like first baseman just came in and had a chat with the pitcher. He's still going to stay in. He's not given up really much monster contact. It's just been a few bloops and some line drives that are just not really fieldable. Called strike there. Federico had a single earlier on in this inning, and that's another line drive. This time it actually goes to the right fielder, who makes a nice clean play to end that inning, but it has been a serious crooked number put up by the London Capitals. 8 runs there in that inning means that the Herts Falcons are going to have to get some serious runs on the board, or we could be seeing the mercy rule enforced. We'll take a quick break, and you'll hear back from us in a few minutes for the top of the third.
It's been a long time since I've been to like a natural concert rave. It's like
And welcome back to a Journey Sports Media production of the National Baseball League. We're now here at the top of the third inning. It has been a while since Massa has had to throw a pitch, so we'll just see how that extra time between innings has affected him. Absolutely not affected him at all. Massa straight in there with a first pitch strike. I can tell you that this man is a machine. Oh, quite a beautiful off-speed pitch there in for a second called strike. As you said, no funny stuff here with Massa. Loves to pound the zone. Oh, and he gets him on that big off-speed pitch there. 1 out. Up now to bat is the pitcher Will Clayton. Let's see if he can save some of his own woes by getting himself on base and starting a rally from this team. Batting here at 9 just before we will see the top of the order once again. Was the ball in play, but it is straight back to Massa, who throws nice and cleanly to first base for the second out. Massa and the Capitals continuing to make light work of this offensive lineup so far, but we are back to the top of the order now for the Falcons, so we'll see how they can do this time around. Obviously, first up we have Dylan Waller. That's another lovely strike there from Massa. Slightly high, batter struggling and swinging underneath it. Second pitch. Oh, very nice contact. And it is a fair ball down the line. He's looking. Runner is going to third. The play is there. Nope, they've got him. Maybe in a run down here. Oh, but he's actually avoided the tag on the way back and is safe at second. No one else came in to help the shortstop and the third baseman plate that play there. So once that throw was made and the runner could avoid the shortstop, he was safely back to second. It was a bit of an ambitious attempt to get to third on that play there, but as he is safe, he saves himself from the tootplan. Now with 2 outs here in the top of the third, the Herts have their first bat with a runner in scoring position, so let's see what they can do here. Lovely first pitch strike there from Massa, off-speed pitch, dropping beautifully into the zone. Second pitch, and it's got a piece off that might land. Yes, it does land in front of the left fielder, who kind of misreads it, and this allows the runner to score and the batter to get to second. Very much looked like a lot of spin on that ball there when it bounced and pitched well away to the side, leaving the right fielder not much of an opportunity to get to that ball fast. So yes, the Falcons have managed to put one on the board and reduce that deficit to 8. With that runner still again in the scoring position now, they'll want to continue to do this. The score is 9-1. Ball outside in the dirt. That time. Taking pitch for a strike there. Oh, time called by the batter. Ball 2 in the dirt there. The runner advances on the wild pitch. Runner is now at third. Count is 2-1. This one looks like a soft grounder that has gone foul. Looked like a smart play there by the catcher. Didn't think he was really going to have much of an opportunity to get the throw down to first. He got to the ball there, so he just let it roll foul. Oof, some really big gusts of wind here blowing up some of the infield dirt. You can also see it has clouded over a bit. This is the variables of British summer weather that we do have to deal with baseball here in the United Kingdom. Count here is 2-2. Struck him out for the third out of the inning, and that is that for the top of the third. No, it's switch it across. So, At Finsbury Park, we do have 2 fields to play games, and right now there is a game ongoing between the London Mayhem, part of the London Mets system, and the Bells, the score is currently 7-3 to the Bells in the bottom of the second. This is part of the Women's Baseball League here in the United Kingdom, something that has started within the last few years and something that we are all passionate to see to continue to grow and develop. It is not also wonderful to see women take part in the open game, or just they're also having their own individual leagues. So we are back now here, bottom of the third inning. Falcons did score 1 in the last to reduce their deficit to 9-1. But here we are, ready for hopefully the Capitals to continue and add some runs on. That's the first pitch there for a strike. We are back to the top of the order again for the Capitals here in the third inning. They are now coming through for the third time around. Well, Zucker has walked in the first and doubled in the second so far. How will he do in the third? That pitch is high and inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Ooh, looked a bit outside. Will is claiming that he checked his swing, but it didn't look like enough to the umpire. And he has rung up for the first out of the inning. Next up to bat, Reese. Reese walked in the second after striking out in the first. We'll see how we'll do in the third. First pitch, strike. And that is the second strike. So Reese is now down in a little hole 0-2. See how we'll do here. And he makes contact and puts it between third and short for a nice 2-strike single there. Clayton will probably feel a little bit disappointed as the pitcher there got the ground ball, but it just perfectly split between the defenders. Capitals now have a man on first with 1 out, and Julio up to bat. Just a bit outside for the first pitch. Pick off, easily back in time. Obviously trying to keep these runners tight. as these Capitals have shown to steal on occasions. And a big swing there. It is a foul ball. So Reese, the base runner, will have to jog his way back to first after making his way on that sound of that beautiful contact, but it was a foul ball. And he makes contact again. This one is going foul. And it is caught by the catcher. That's wonderful play there by the catcher there in foul territory on the third base side. That is 2 outs now with the runner on first. Can the Herts Falcons put their first goose egg up on the board and get through this inning without giving up a run? Another pickoff, and the runner is back. Up to bat now is Ian Deering. Ian singled in the first and walked in the second. Let's see how we'll do here. Another pitch outside. 3-0. Coming up shortly in between this innings, we will be having an interview with Greg Gillette, who is our club chairman here at the London Mets. Do stay and listen. Strike there. 3 balls, 1 strike. Ball 4, just a little bit high there. Didn't look like he was going to get the batter to swing there from that pitch, so the runner advances to second on the walk, so we have runners in scoring positions with Leo Cedeno, the catcher, up. Leo struck out swinging in the first, but got a single in the second, so we'll see how he'll do here. Ball outside. I think a lot of these players, if they were to make their way to the majors, would be falling foul of the pitch clock. A little bit of time adjusting their shin guards and hand guards. Obviously, I don't quite think we can introduce the pitch clock. I have been told by some of our listeners that they do not want the pitch clock introduced, but I think anything to improve the speed of the games would be a good one. There's another pitch outside there, 2 balls and no strikes. A little bit early there on that off-speed pitch, and it is fouled off. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike, or not according to what I'm seeing here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I don't think he swung on the previous one, but hey, I'm going what the app tells me. The vagaries of sitting in outfield trying to call a game. Ball is in the dirt, and the runners have advanced on the wild pitch. And contact again. And foul. Firstman made a solid attempt, but I think it was going to be out the field of play anyway. Leo stays alive with 2 strikes. And the ball is in play, and it is past the shortstop. The runner at second is also rounding to go home, and he does wonderfully drive in the 2 runners which were put into the scoring position off the wild pitch. A great piece of hitting there from Leo Cedeno. Drives in 2 runs. So the Capitals managed once again to put runs up again in every inning so far, which gives them an 11-1 lead. Up now is Johan Villanueva. Johan is the only Capital this game who does not have a hit. See if he can improve on that now. Another pitch in the dirt there. 3 balls, no strikes. A patient piece of batting here. Count is 3-0. I think the green light is probably there if it's a strike. Johan does like a swing. And he does. And it is to the third baseman, but it can only be the tip of the glove. And it just deflects to the shortstop, and there is no play at first. I don't know if there was a coach to give the green light, but he did swing on 3-0 and got himself his infield hit. Runners now at first and second. Up to bat now, Gordon Shepherd. But actually, we're having... well, it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. And while that pitching change is going on, we'll bring you into the booth, where I am delighted to be with Chairman of the London Mets, Greg. Greg, how are you doing today?
Oh, great, Russell. Thanks for having me.
Yes, it's a good day for baseball here in the UK. It's not raining, which, given the last few weeks we have, is a wonderful one. I'd love you to just talk me through what kind of like baseball setup we have here at like the London Mets.
Well, we have quite a large adult program. So today, actually, right now, simultaneously, we have this game and a game on our other field with our women's team playing. We had an earlier AA level game with 2 of our teams. So we have 9 adult teams this year, plus our Canal League, which is new. So quite a large adult program. And then we have our youth program as well, which is sort of in its summer hiatus during August, but will start up again in September. And altogether, I guess we have close to 300 people playing baseball here at the London Mets.
Yeah, it's phenomenal to see that level of engagement. Obviously, I am one of the players. I do play in single A. I'll look at my cards on the table here. Yes, obviously the Mets team themselves, the team in the NBL, they're looking to defend the championship for I think 7th time. They've had a pretty phenomenal season, as well as qualifying for the next level in the CEBs. How's that been?
Yeah, it's great. You know, they continue their run of superior play here, the best club team in the UK, and they've clinched their division already, and they're in the playoffs coming up, and as you said, did well in CEBs. But we've got teams at the top of the table in each of the each of the BDF divisions. So far, a great year for the Mets.
Cool. And it looks like we've now gone through the pitch and change, but we'll keep Greg with us for the rest of this half inning. So I guess obviously the question then is what's next for the London Mets? What would you want to see from this club in the not too distant future?
I think we're still working on trying to grow some parts of our youth program, and we'd really like to get more engagement with the local community at the youth level. Like to see more local kids out here playing, and then expanding our Canal League next year, I think, is also a big thing that we want to do. Just keep growing, keep promoting the sport here in the UK. It's growing really rapidly, and it's great to see teams from all over the UK.
And there we go. That is a shot from Gordon Shepherd straight to the centre fielder, which does the inning. But the Capitals did score 2 to now lead 11-1 against the Hart Falcons. Greg, thank you very much for your time and all the things that you do for this club. This is our chairman. He was down on the field on Friday, mowing the infields for the games that you can see today. So as a heartfelt from myself and Gabby and from Bruno and from all of the people who are part of the club, we do thank you for everything you do, Greg.
You're welcome.
And we will back with you, audience, in a minute or two for the top of the fourth. And here we are, back for the top of the fourth. Masa Hasaguchi on the mound. And a foul first pitch there. Masa had thrown 45 pitches through the first 3 innings, with 34 of them being strikes. Ball outside. Phil Clark, who's at bat with his own one today after striking out looking in the second. See if he can work himself a better scenario here. Count looking in his favour. Ball 4. That's the first walk of the day for Massa. Obviously the 7 strikeouts that he has had so far counteracts that very well. Up to bat now is left fielder Tyler Coate. And he chops one up the middle. Looks like he did not get the runner at second, as the ball was just not playable for him to do that, but he did get the runner at first. And you see that on our replay there, a beautiful thing there. Just checking whether he got the runner at second there, but Mike Shepard, the umpire, is saying no, that he didn't have control of it until he was on the other side of the bag after running it through. So, the runner is advanced to second, 1 out. That's a little bit high, ball 1. Swing there and a miss. Count is 1-1. Or teasing little off-speed pitch there from Massa, but Tyler does not bite. Count goes to 2-1. Time called by the batter here as he readjusts his gloves. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing there, throw back, but there's no one there. Now the runner looking to go to third, and he is successfully. The catcher tried to catch the runner on second base, snapping, but neither the shortstop or the second baseman responded to that throwdown. As it went straight to the center fielder, the runner has advanced to third. Count is 2-2. And contact is made. It's a weak one. 2 shortstop. Gets the out at first, but the runner has been driven in. So that is an RBI there. The deficit is reduced to 9. 11-2. Hope you all, boys and girls watching at home, are tantalized by our replays that we're being able to show you today. Strike on the first pitch there from Ashiguchi. And fouled off. Tez Shinakawa now down in the count, 0-2. Or Massa thought that he had strike 3 there and he was starting to jog off the field. But the blue did not give him that inside pitch there. But he strikes him out swinging on the next pitch to end the top of the 4th with the London Capitals leading 11-2. Just the walk in that inning with the groundouts and errors getting the man in to score for the Herts Falcons. But the strikeout swinging there ends their chances. So now it's 11-2. We'll see you in a minute or two. Right, we're back here now for the bottom of the 4th. Solid contact made. It's over the head of the center fielder. It's just short of the fence. And, well, it is a lead-off double for David Bedard. Reese Hitch is still on the mound after relieving the starter Wilson in the last inning. Oh, check swing there, puts the ball into fair territory, but the pitcher picks it up cleanly and throws to first. The runner does advance to third on the play. Now with the runner just 90 feet away, we are back to the top of the order once again for the Capitals. Will Zucker has a walk, a strikeout, and a hit to his name so far in his 3 plate appearances so far. Will puts the ball into play, but he hits the second baseman, who doesn't field it cleanly, but picks it up in time to get the speedy runner at first. But once again, ground out when you have the runner on third, drives that in, so that is an RBI for Will Zucker. The Capitals regain their 10-run lead. That will come into context after we get through the next half inning from Herts. If after 4.5 innings complete by the home team, they are up at 10 runs, the mercy rule will come into effect. And that's another grounder in deep for the shortstop position. Gets the throw across, but it is not in time. A good bit of speed there from Reese Wilson there to get in there for that infield single. It was a good pickup by the shortstop, but he didn't have the time after going backwards to get the ball to then get it to first. Julio now at the plate. Ball high for pitch 1. In the dirt for ball 2. Ball is in play, but it is straight to the shortstop, who gloves it from the glove to the bare hand. Don't see that one too often. Short and second there, and they record the third out. But as I said, the Capitals did score 1 to get that 10-run lead back up and running. It is now 12-2. If the Capitals close out this half inning, and my understanding of the 7-inning rules are correct, we could be seeing a mercy. Let's see if we can get that bare hand replay again there. It was a delightful one. Usually the ball goes from hand to glove, not from glove to hand. Great play there by the shortstop and the second baseman. Looks like we are now seeing a pitching change for the Capitals, which means Masa Hashiguchi's final line for the day was 4 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. Through just 61 pitches today, with 42 of them being strikes. Up to pitch now, I do believe, is David Bedard. No, maybe. Is Reese. Reese Wilson is coming in to pitch. As if you caught our interview with Paul Ryan earlier on pre-game, the Capitals are qualified for the playoff already, so they're just going to try and get give their arms some time to see how they're going to perform. Reese has appeared 3 times so far this season, has a 6.46 ERA. See how he does in this half inning. Okay. Last pitch in the warm-up now for Reese. And lovely throw down to second there as part of the play. Into the top of the 5th we go with Michael Barrett up to bat for the Falcons. First pitch swung on a little bit late, fouled off. Oop. Second pitch is a little bit wild there from Reese, and he hits the batter. So, Hearts start off with getting their leadoff runner on base. Off-speed pitch there, tried by the pitcher. Looks like it came out of the hand, not quite as he was anticipating. Next pitch is then hit, and it goes to the left right fielder who catches it, and they make a play back to first and get the runner for the double play. The runner had taken off thinking that it was going to land in front of the right fielder, but it did not, and he is out for the double play. Great play defensively there. By Federico in right field, coming in on the ball well, cleanly catching it and getting it quickly to first for the double play. Hearts now with 2 outs. Now this is where we test whether my understanding of the British rules is correct or not. This could be the last out of the game. Speed pitch still not really working here for Reese. But the fastball is looking good. Nice pitch for a called strike there. Count is 2-2. Pitch is in. Ooh, looks like he fouled it onto himself. Not the best experience. All people who play baseball can tell you it's not the nicest to foul it onto your own feet. Fouled off. Looks like another pitch that was going to go for a strike. Yes, battling AB now. Should be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Count is full. And, oh, he's fouled it onto himself again. Looks like he's not enjoying this, AB. Just a bit of time now between the balls as the batter did foul it onto himself for the 2nd time in the at-bat. Just checking that he feels good. Obviously, we are out here in a now sunny once again Finsbury Park with the music playing in the background. And it looks like the shortstop is having a bit of fun himself, waiting for the ball to come into play. Pitch on the corner, strike 3. In my head, that's ball game. Yep, that is ball game by Mercy Rule for the first game of this doubleheader. A very efficient performance there from the London Capitals. The win goes to the starting pitcher, Masa Hasiguchi there. A delightful 8 strikeouts and 1 walk from him there, just giving up 2 runs across 3 hits and a walk. That is it for the first game today, ladies and gentlemen. So we hopefully hope that you will all come and join us again for the second stream later on today. That will be coming in probably about half an hour between these games. What we're first going to do is we're going to play you once again the interviews that we had with Chris Hitch and Cole Ryan. I nearly went Ryan Cole from the 2 teams beforehand. Hopefully we will see you all for the next game. Talk to you soon. I am delighted to be joined by Cole Ryan, who is one of the co-managers of the London Capitals. How are you doing today, Cole?
Doing well, feeling good about today.
Yeah, so we're obviously here down to see a couple of NBL games. Would you like to give us a little bit of info around the London Capitals and how you guys came to be and how far you've been doing so far?
Yeah, sure. So we were originally in the AAA Metros. Back in 2016, we moved up to NBL and have been succeeding pretty well in that for the last couple of years, representing the club and the country in CEBs for the last 3 years after COVID and everything. This year, we're sitting sort of middle of the table. We're secured 3rd place, so today is really about getting ready, getting the reps in, and getting ready for playoffs.
Yeah, so playoff baseball is what you guys want to do when you go, like, who do you think is going to show us some highlight plays today? Who you want to nominate as, like, on the bat to have a look at today?
I'd have a look at Leo Cedeno Petonia. He's coming back from injury right now, swinging a hot bat at the minute. Have a look at Julio. He's going to be swinging well as always. But have a look for guys like Pete Weidman. Went 3 for 4 last weekend from the 9-hole, producing a lot from the bottom half of the lineup.
Awesome. Cole, just one of the things, like, you've played baseball for a long time. How do you kind of, like, stay in shape for baseball? What's, like, your regime to kind of continue to go, like, well into a long career?
It's about pacing yourself, right? Like, this is a marathon, not a sprint. A season is a long set of games over the year. You got to come down to training, take care of your body, make sure that you stretch it out, and take care of yourself.
Cool. Thank you very much, Cole. All the best for your game today. We'll be speaking here with Chris Hitch, the manager of the Herts Falcons, before our doubleheader today. Chris, how are you doing?
Very good. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. We're here trying to basically show the world British baseball. First, I'd love if you could give a little introduction to Herts baseball.
Yeah, well, Herts Baseball has been one of the biggest clubs in the country, alongside the Mets organization. And so Herts Falcons, myself, I've been here 12 years, either being a player and now being a coach player.
And how has this kind of like first season, like in the NBL, like been for you guys? Obviously, like there's been massive efforts in trying to improve what Herts baseball can actually do for the club and the community around it. So how have you kind of like felt for this first season in the NBL?
Yeah, I mean, it's been quite great from an organizational point of view in the sense of establishing the team. We have a lot of young GB players, so that is good. So we have the foundations for hopefully a growth and competing for the championship. Unfortunately, on the field, we have not done as well as we hoped for, but I think we have seen a massive improvement throughout the year.
Yeah, no, that's great to see. I think anything that can be done to improve baseball's position within the United Kingdom, I love to see the work that you guys have been doing to kind of get people down as fans to actually kind of get this, to see what's actually going on. Obviously, not been the best season for the club as a whole. It's been a pretty good season for you with the bat, yeah? You've had a good one with the bat. Tell us, like, how yourself, like, how do you continue to kind of perform after, say, like 12, 13 years of like baseball? What's your regime?
I'm glad that you have done some homework on my performance. Well, I mean, I'm a veteran of the game, and I try to keep myself ready by I have a little net at home, so I can do just tee work. But it does help, and hopefully of getting in shape, running a little bit. That's all I can do. But I'm trying to my best. It's hard, especially with a team like the Caps. They have very good players, very good pitchers nowadays too, so they have improved quite a lot, and so it's always difficult. But I think it's just dedication, be there every weekend, every practice, and trying to do our best. So yeah,
Cool. Thank you very much, Chris. Best of luck today. Have a good one.
thank you.